Library Storytime Online. My name is Miss Jennifer.
And I'm Miss Ellie.
And we are so excited that you've joined us today. You know, we had a wonderful time on Saturday being able to see some of our friends out at Ohio County Park. It was so much fun. Today our story time is all about friends. And I'd like to share with you the sign for friend. So whenever you're doing the sign for friend, you're going to hold up your index finger on both hands, and then you're going to link them together and go back and forth. So friends, kind of do them back and forth. Friends. Last week, I don't know if you remember, we talked about our family. So we had our index finger and our thumb together, kind of pinched together, and it went family, our family. And today, stories are all about friends. So we're so glad that you joined us. Are you ready to get your alligators out? I know I am. A is for alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. B is for bouncing, so we'll hop, hop, hop. C is for circle, so let's turn around. And D is for we all sit down. Crisscross, applesauce, ready to be a listener. The story that I'd like to share with you first is a story titled, Will You Be My Friend? And the author of this book is Sam McBrantney, and it's illustrated by Anita Jerem. Will you be my friend? Little Nut Brown Hare wanted to play, but there was much to be done, and Big Nut Brown Hare was very busy. Sometimes our parents are busy, aren't they? Can I go and play by myself? Asked Little Nut Brown Hare. Well, yes, said Big Nut Brown Hare, but don't go too far. I won't, said Little Nut Brown Hare, and off he hopped to explore on his own. Soon he discovered a puddle. There was another hare in the puddle, staring up at him. That's all it did. It just stared. You're just another me, said Little Nut Brown Hare. He poked the puddle with his ears and skipped on down the path. Then Little Nut Brown Hare spotted his shadow. There it was on the ground, quite still. I'll race you, said Little Nut Brown Hare. Up and away he went. But of course his shadow went too, and just as quickly. You're only another me, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. Still exploring, Little Nut Brown Hare soon came to Cloudy Mountain. What a surprise he found there in the heather. Someone was looking straight at him. Someone who was real. So not the puddle, and not a shadow. Hello, said Little Nut Brown Hare. My name is Tips, said the Cloudy Mountain Hare. Will you be my friend? Do you want to play? Yes, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I do want to play. They chased each other through the heather. They dug a deep hole, built a big pile high, and then they had tremendous fun together all afternoon long. They raced up Cloudy Mountain for a game of hide and seek. Tips laid down low in the heather and waited. Then Little Nut Brown Hare hid among the rocks, and he waited. Oh no, they're both waiting. He was sure that his friend would come looking for him. He waited for ages until it was time to go home, but Tips didn't come. Where, he wondered, was his friend Tips? Would he see her again? He didn't know. Big Nut Brown Hare was pleased to see Little Nut Brown Hare come home. How did your exploring go? He asked. Oh, good. It was good exploring, said Little Nut Brown Hare. And then close by he heard a noise. Was someone coming? Do you see someone? It's A little snow hare, said Big Nut Brown Hare. Now where on earth did she come from? But Little Nut Brown Hare smiled because he knew. She's from Cloudy Mountain. Her name is Tips, and she's my friend. The end. It's so much fun to have a real friend. You know, it's been kind of a crazy time this past year. We haven't had opportunities to go and be with our friends. But now the weather is turning warmer, and maybe you might plan a play date with a very special friend. Maybe you might meet playing soccer or playing baseball. There are a lot of fun ways to make a friend. Little Nut Brown Hare made his friend when he was Let's do a song all about friends. Can you help me count the friends? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 friends and a bowl full of bubble gum. Bubble gum, in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? Let's see. He asked for 1 piece of bubble gum. Let's give him 1 piece of bubble gum. All right, are you ready? Let's ask her. Bubble gum, in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? She says that she wants 2. 1, 2. All right, let's ask her. We've got bubble gum, in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? She says that she wants 3. So let's count 3. 1, 2, 3 pieces of bubble gum. All right, we've got one more friend to ask. Are you ready? Bubble gum, in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? He says that he wants 4. So can you count 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. All of our friends have bubble gum. Thanks for sharing. Sharing is an important part of being a good friend. I think Miss Ellie's got some stories for us.
All right. I have a story called Peep and Ducky by David Morton. All right. Ducky is in the park on a warm, sunny day. Here comes Peep, yelling, "Ducky, you want to play?" Ducky runs to Peep, and Peep runs to Ducky. Such good friends. Lucky, lucky, lucky. "Play car," says Peep. "Beep, beep," says Ducky. "I'm a Jeep," says Peep. "I'm a truckie," says Ducky. Broom, broom, broom. They zoom up the slide. Ready, set, go. Whee, what a ride. Ducky flies off and Peep lands ka-thump. Both go rolling, bump, bump, bump. Peep rubs his head and Ducky rubs his bummy, and then Peep pops up and tickles Ducky's tummy. "Tag, you're it," shouts Ducky. "Can't catch me." They run around and run around and run around a tree. "There's a puddle," yells Ducky, and it's quicker than a flash. Splish there and it's splish, splash, splish. Flop in the mud, flip, flop, wiggle. 2 muddy friends and 1 big giggle. "Hungry," says Peep, and "thirsty," says Ducky. "Papa's got snacks. Lucky, lucky, lucky." Peep says, "Oops, it's spilled," said Ducky. "Juice is on the loose." Not so lucky. "Oh, gotta pee, oh, gotta go." Lucky Peep and Ducky, 2 potties in a row. Peep grabs the bucket, and so does Ducky. "Uh-oh, it breaks." Not so lucky. "Oops," says Peep. "Oh no," says Ducky. "Sorry," says Peep. "Me too," says Ducky. Then they dig and dig and dig, diggity, dig, and diggity, 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 dig. Man, they are digging in that sandbox. Then Mama says time, and Papa says to go, and Ducky and Peep cry, "No, no, no." "Stay," says Ducky. "Please, Papa, Papa." But they gotta go. Gotta. So they do high fives and say, see you later. Then they both start singing, see you later, alligator. Then Mama lifts Peep and Papa lifts Ducky. And they ride home piggyback. Lucky, lucky, lucky. That's a cute story. All right, I have another story to tell you about a dinosaur. Little dinosaur wanted to play. He asked his mother to play with him. She said, no, I cannot. Why not? Asked little dinosaur. 'Cause I am too busy. All right. Little dinosaur decided he would go find somebody else to play with. He walked to the edge of a big swamp. He saw a fish in the water. Do you want to play stamp in the mud? He asked. The fish said no. Why not? Asked little dinosaur. I cannot, said the fish, 'cause I don't have any feet. Little dinosaur walked along the shore. He saw a bird. Do you want to play dig in the sand? He said. No, said the bird. Why not? Asked little dinosaur. 'Cause I had to fly away with my mother, said the bird. Little dinosaur walked back to where the green grass grew. He saw a plant waving his leaves at him. Do you want to play push the song? He said. The plant didn't even reply. Little dinosaur felt very sad. Nobody wanted to play with him. He sat down on a big stone. Suddenly, the stone starts to wiggle. It starts to jiggle. It starts to shake. It was an egg. It hatched. A baby dinosaur stuck his head out of the shell. Do you want to play? He asked the baby dinosaur. Yes, said the little dinosaur. They all played all day long. They played dig in the sand and push the stone and stomp in the mud. The end.
I'd love to share with you one of my favorite friendship stories. The title of it is Hooray for Hat. You see, one day, Elephant heard a knock at his door. Go away, said Elephant. I'm grumpy. But he went downstairs and checked at the door, and there outside of his door was a present. When he opened up the box, he saw that it was full of hats. There was a blue hat, a crown, a graduation hat, a winter hat, and a birthday hat. Well, it's almost impossible to stay angry when you have a hat. So Elephant wasn't angry anymore. He wasn't grumpy anymore. Elephant was happy, and he started to cheer. Hooray for hat! Hooray for hat! I know, I'm going to go see my friend Zebra. And so Elephant went to Zebra's house, and when he knocked on the door to see Zebra, Zebra said, go away, I'm grumpy. But Elephant said, come and see. And he gave Zebra the party hat. And Zebra wasn't grumpy anymore, and he shouted, hooray for hat. And he and Elephant both said, hooray for hat, hooray for hat. I know, let's go see our friend Turtle. And so they marched down the road on their way to see Turtle. And when they got to Turtle's house, Turtle did not want to even come out of his shell. But then they gave him a hat. And Turtle said, hooray for hat. And he wasn't grumpy anymore. He was happy. And they all three cheered, hooray for hat, hooray for hat. Let's go see our friend Owl. And so they went down the road, but when they got to Owl's house, Owl did not even want to see their hats. Go away, he said, I'm grumpy. But then they shared a hat with him, and Owl was no longer grumpy. He was happy too. Hooray for hat, said Owl. Let's all go see Lion. Hooray for hat, Hooray for Hat. They all cheered as they walked down the road. And when they got to Lion's house, Lion did not want any visitors. Go away, he said. I'm grumpy. But then they shared a hat with him. And Lion was not happy. He was still sad. How can I be happy, said Lion, when my friend Giraffe is not feeling well? Oh man, Giraffe isn't feeling well. What can we do? So all the friends stopped and they thought, and they came up with a great idea. And they all gathered their hats and they went marching down the road to Giraffe's house. And as they marched, they said, hooray for hats, hooray for hats. And when they got to Giraffe's house, they gave him their present. And when he opened it up, it was a box of hats. And Giraffe was no longer sad. He was happy. Hooray for friends. The end. Let's sing a song all about friends. The title of the song is Let's Be Friends, okay? So let's be friends with one another, one another, one another. Let's be friends with one another. Let's be friends today. Let's be friends and clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. Let's be friends and clap your hands. Let's be friends today. Let's be friends and stomp your feet, stomp your feet, stomp your feet. Let's be friends and stomp your feet. Let's be friends today. Let's get ready to do some STEM activities that you might share with a friend. Well, let's do some STEM-inspired friend activities. So there were a couple of things that were so much fun that I found online, some fun ideas that you might do as part of a, maybe if your preschooler is going to have like a play date with another friend, these would be some fun things that you could plan for them to do together. A really fun thing to do, I know that I always did when I was in school, was make friendship bracelets. But making friendship bracelets the old-fashioned way can be very difficult, can be very, very challenging for a preschooler. So why not do a simplified friendship bracelet? So all you're going to need are some pipe cleaners, some straws, and a pair of scissors if you would like to do the cutting for them. If you want to let them do some cutting, then just give them some little safety scissors. So all you need to do is just kind of cut some different straws. Now I've used paper straws because they're so colorful and you can come up with a lot of different patterns. You can usually find those at most retail stores, and then just chop them into a lot of little pieces, and then let your preschooler take their pipe cleaner and maybe create some patterns by threading them onto the pipe cleaner. And whenever, of course, they get their pipe cleaner full, then you just kind of twist it around. And they could make bracelets for one another, or bracelets, you could even make some at home that they could take to, like I said, to the ball field, to the soccer field, to church, or wherever your preschooler has some friends that they would like to share one with. So maybe make some friendship bracelets, and a very, very easy way, okay? So that's a lot of fun. Another fun activity might be to make what we used to make like paper dolls. Why not make some friendship dolls? So all I've done is I've taken a piece of paper and folded it in half and just kind of designed my little person. And you want to make sure that you cut a half of a heart where the arms are going to come together. But of course, don't cut completely on the fold, but make it so that it's a little heart, so that then there's a heart in between the two friends. And then let each friend decorate one side of their little paper friendship dolls. So maybe they could make a pair of these. All right, so that would be a fun activity to do whenever you're having a play date together. A book series that is all about two fantastic friends is the book series that involves Piggy and Elephant. And so I don't know if you're familiar with these two characters. I have my own little Piggy and Elephant here. But one of the books that they share is titled, Should I Share My Ice Cream Cone? And so a fun activity that you might do with your preschooler, especially if they have a friend over, is to make a cone, or like 2 cones, one for each child, and then get some little balls and see if they can pass the ball from one cone into the other. So all you're going to need to make a cone for
the ice cream for the partner is to take a piece of paper and of course fold it into the shape of a cone. I'll just use some tape. Let me show you how easy it is. A cone around a piece of construction paper. Alright. So you want to kind of fold it on an angle. And of course all I'm doing is giving it. There we go.
Voila! With the magic of television, we have a paper cone. We're going to just take a piece of tape, make sure you secure the sides, and then take take some scissors and cut it across so that you have an opening at the top. I have a wonderful editor that helps me at Storytime. Her name is Jean Westerfield, so I know she's going to make this look fabulous whenever we get done. But anyway, you want to make 2 cones out of like I said, some brown pieces of paper, and then and then let your preschooler have fun passing and sharing their ice cream cone. It's so much fun. Well, wasn't that so much fun? I hope that you have a wonderful week. Maybe take an opportunity to spend some time with your friends. Let's close with a song. I bet you know this one. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. How about let's do if you're a friend and you know it. Can you wave hello? So if you're a friend and you know it, wave hello, hello. If you're a friend and you know it, wave hello, hello. If you're a friend and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a friend and you know it, wave hello, hello. How about give a hug? If you're a friend and you know it, give a hug. If you're a friend and you know it, give a hug, hug, hug. If you're a friend and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a friend and you know it, give a hug. Oh man, I'm so glad that you're our friend. Thank you I enjoy spending time with my friend Miss Ellie, and so we hope that you will be coming into the library real soon. This summer we are planning on having summer reading, and so we look forward to seeing all of our friends here at the library. But it's time for our hands to give thanks. Are you ready? Our hands give thanks with a clap, clap, clap. Our feet give thanks with a tap, tap, tap. Clap, clap, clap. Tap, tap, tap. We roll them together and we wave goodbye. See you next week.